Welcome to our countdown of the 10 most unnerving legends from around the world. These chilling tales have haunted cultures for generations, and today we're diving into the eerie and the unexplained. We're talking about the stories that send shivers down your spine and make you question everything you thought you knew. Get ready to explore the dark side of folklore as we uncover the terrifying truth behind these unsettling legends. We're kicking off our list in the dark, haunting forests of Russia where the legend of Baba Yaga lurks. This ain't your typical fairy tale grandma. Imagine, if you will, a twisted ancient being with a face like a withered apple and eyes that burn with an unholy fire. This is Baba Yaga, a creature who travels not by foot or horse, but in a giant mortar and pestle, grinding down the bones of the innocent as she flies through the night. Baba Yaga. And her house? Forget gingerbread trim and a welcome mat. This hut stands on giant chicken legs, spinning on the edge of the woods, always watching, always waiting. They say I snatch up unsuspecting children, lured in by promises of sweets and warmth. But there's no warmth in my heart, only a hunger that can never be satisfied. The Baba Yaga is a stark reminder that the woods hold secrets and some things are best left undisturbed. We're heading to Japan now, a land steeped in ancient traditions and, let me tell you, some seriously creepy ghost stories. But few are as unsettling as the Nopperabo, the faceless ghost. Picture this. You're walking down a quiet street, the kind where shadows seem to stretch out longer than they should. You pass by someone familiar, maybe a neighbor or a shopkeeper you see every day. You nod a greeting, but something's off. There's a coldness in the air, and you can't shake the feeling that something's watching you. Nopperabo. You turn back, and that's when you see it, or rather don't see it. The person you just passed, the one who seemed so ordinary a moment ago, is gone. In their place is a blank void, a chilling emptiness where their face should be. The Nopperabo are a stark reminder that not everything is as it seems, that the line between the real and the unreal is thinner than we think. This next legend hits close to home, tapping into one of our most primal fears, the unknown lurking right outside our doorstep. The black-eyed children, they're not your typical neighborhood kids. Imagine this, it's late, maybe a storm's rolling in, the kind that makes the hair on your arms stand on end. You're home alone and you hear a knock at the door. Black-eyed child. You look through the peephole and see us standing there, two children, maybe 10 or 11 years old, our faces pale and emotionless in the dim light. But it's our eyes that'll stop your heart cold. They're completely black, no whites, no pupils, just two pools of inky darkness staring back at you. These aren't the eyes of innocent children, they're windows into something ancient and evil, something that wants nothing more than to be let inside. People talk about feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, a primal urge to flee the moment those eyes lock onto yours. The black-eyed children are a chilling reminder that evil can wear many faces, even those of innocent children. Now, we're heading to Adams, Tennessee, where a sinister entity known as the Bell Witch terrorized a family for years. This isn't your run-of-the-mill haunting. This is a story of relentless torment, physical assault, and a darkness that seemed to seep into the very foundation of the Bell family home. Imagine living with an unseen force that could pinch you, slap you, even throw objects across the room. A voice that whispered threats, mocked your every move, and seemed to know your deepest fears.
The entity, which they called Kate, was relentless. She poisoned John Bell, driving him to his death, and continued to torment the family even after his passing.
The Bell Witch story is a chilling reminder that evil can touch our lives in ways we never expect, leaving scars that run deeper than any physical wound. This next legend takes us on a journey into the shadowy realm of our own reflections, the doppelganger, a chilling double, a ghostly twin that walks among us unseen by most, but a terrifying omen for those unfortunate enough to encounter it. Imagine this. You catch a glimpse of yourself out of the corner of your eye, a fleeting reflection that seems off. You turn to get a better look, but there's no one there. Your heart races, a cold shiver runs down your spine. You try to shake it off, but deep down, you know something's not right. The doppelganger isn't just a trick of the light or a figment of your imagination, it's a harbinger of misfortune, a warning from the other side that your time is running out. In some cultures, encountering your doppelganger is a sign of impending doom, a ghostly premonition of your own mortality. Our journey takes us now to the Emerald Hills of Ireland, where the air is thick with legend and the wind carries the mournful cries of the banshee. This is no ordinary spirit. She's a harbinger of death, a spectral mourner whose wail strikes terror into the hearts of those who hear it. Imagine this. It's the dead of night. A storm rages outside and you're lying in bed listening to the wind howl through the trees. Then you hear it. A high-pitched, piercing wail, filled with an unearthly sorrow that seems to claw its way into your very soul. It's the banshee, and her cry means only one thing: death is coming. Some say she appears as a beautiful woman, her eyes red-rimmed from crying, her long silver hair whipping in the wind. But one thing is certain: her cry is a warning that cannot be ignored. We venture deep into the frozen wilderness of North America, to the land of the Algonquin people, where a creature of unimaginable hunger stalks the forests. This is the Wendigo, a malevolent entity that embodies the darkness within ourselves, the insatiable hunger that can consume us all.
Imagine a creature born of desperation, of the chilling cold that seeps into your bones and drives you to do unspeakable things to survive.
It's tall and gaunt, its skin stretched tight over bones, its eyes burning with a terrifying hunger.
But the most disturbing thing about the Wendigo is its insatiable craving for human flesh.
They say it can possess those who succumb to their darkest impulses, twisting them into monstrous versions of themselves.
The Wendigo preys on our fear, our weakness, our capacity for darkness.
It's a terrifying reminder that the line between man and monster is thin, and that within each of us lies the potential for unimaginable evil. The Dybbuk. Our journey takes us next to the world of Jewish folklore, where a malevolent entity known as the Dybbuk lurks, seeking to attach itself to the living. This is no ordinary spirit, no restless ghost searching for peace. This is a demonic force fueled by unfinished business and a thirst for vengeance. Imagine this: a person you know, maybe even someone you love, suddenly becomes someone else. Their voice changes, their eyes take on a distant, unsettling gaze, and their actions become erratic and unpredictable. They're no longer themselves. They're a vessel inhabited by a Dybbuk. The Dybbuk is drawn to the living, seeking to possess their bodies, their lives, their very souls. They latch onto the living, using them as puppets to carry out their unfinished business. The Mad Gasser of Mattoon. We're traveling back to 1940s America, to the small town of Mattoon, Illinois, where a wave of terror gripped the community, leaving its residents terrified and authorities baffled. The culprit, a phantom assailant known as the Mad Gasser. Imagine this: it's a quiet evening in Mattoon. Families are gathered in their homes, lights are dimming, and a sense of peace settles over the town. Suddenly, a strange, sweet odor fills the air, followed by a wave of nausea, dizziness, and a crippling sense of paralysis. The Mad Gasser has struck again. This shadowy figure, often described as wearing a dark coat and a wide-brimmed hat, terrorized the town for weeks, pumping a mysterious gas into homes through open windows. The Mad Gasser of Mattoon is a chilling reminder that even in our own homes, we are not always safe. The Skinwalker. We're concluding our journey in the American Southwest, in the heart of Navajo Nation, where the desert wind whispers tales of a terrifying creature, the Skinwalker. This is no ordinary shapeshifter. This is a being of pure evil, a witch who has abandoned their humanity and embraced the darkest magic imaginable. Imagine this: you're driving down a deserted desert highway, the setting sun casting long, eerie shadows across the landscape. In the distance, you see a figure walking along the side of the road. As you get closer, you realize it's no ordinary person. It's a skinwalker. They say the skinwalker can take on the form of any animal they desire, their eyes glowing with an unnatural light. They're said to be incredibly fast and agile, able to move with an almost supernatural grace. Thanks for joining us on this spine-chilling journey through some of the world's most unnerving legends. We've explored the dark corners of folklore, from the haunted forests of Russia to the deserts of the American Southwest. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more eerie tales and supernatural stories. We're always on the hunt for the next spine-chilling legend, so be sure to share your own terrifying tales in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.